Hey, this is Brian with Tech Insights, and today we're going to be talking about how to take. We've gone through all the processes of the other five episodes to give you all the parts, and now we're going to take all the parts and put them together so that way you can start streaming if you haven't been already. So, again, this is for beginners, and we'll get into more advanced courses a little bit later on. One of the things we talked about are different type of cameras, and what I didn't talk about was the different type of fittings, and so I'm going to take the next couple moments and kind of go through the different how to put it all together, and then go ahead and set up a stream for Facebook and also a stream for YouTube so that we can get streaming right away if you're using an outside camera. You should have all the parts by now. You might have been experimenting. If you haven't, then this is the way you do it. So again, I'm going to use a Vixia camera because again, most of us, this is a low budget camera to get you started. This is what I started with, which we talked about before. And when you open it up, this is let me open. This is a regular HDMI cable. This is what most cameras are. Your prosumer cameras and other cameras will take HDMI. And then the ultimate goal is that we talked about before is taking it. It'll end up going into USB, utilizing the capture card. And this is the capture card we talked about as well. So what we will do is this won't fit in this camera. It takes a special fitting. It takes a mini HDMI, which is this one right here, and so this comes with the camera. It came with the camera, so what would happen was that this would plug into right here, and so it plugs into the camera, and then from here, these are two males. So this is a male and this is a male. So in order to get it into this, I have to have an adapter, and so this is an adapter. I go to Model Price. They're really inexpensive. It's a coupler, and so it takes it from a male, a female, female, and so from male to male, so I can again adapt it to get it into the computer. That goes on this side. Let me open this. Let me put this down just for a second. All right, and then this connects to the other. So now you have the connection, and then from here, excuse the mess. There we go. Probably should have used a shorter cord, but this is what I can have. So what happens is now you have HDMI on this side to USB on this side to get it into your computer. So now you have this fitting, so it goes from your camera to your adapter to change it. So depending on, like I have other cameras that are there's micro HDMI, mini HDMI, and then regular HDMI or micro HDMI. And then so now we can put this into the computer. So let me go to the camera. There we go. Sorry about that. So we're going to take this. If you can see here, let me slide this over a little bit, turn it this way, and it goes right into the USB, plugs right in there. So those are the basic steps of that. And so now we're going to go to the desktop and go into the actual steps from now that we've got our camera. You can use a stand or whatever, but for right now, I just want to show you how to connect it. So now that we got into the computer, we're going to go next into, I'm going to go to my desktop real quick, and then we're going to go to how to actually set up your stream for either Facebook or YouTube.
Now that we've made all our connections, let me go back over here. I went too far first. You'll go to your either your Facebook page or to your profile or to either group or whatever. It doesn't matter. Still the same thing. And you go down here to your screen. You see it says live video. Click on live video, and then here you have live producer section that they just remodeled it. It says new live producer. You can go back to the old design or new design. It kind of help explains what you're doing. You have the other scheduled broadcasting here that I've already done before, but on the left-hand side is where it happens. You can either schedule a live event for another time, or you can go live. Let me show you schedule first, and then we'll go live. So you click that, go next. It'll take a second or so for it to go through. Then you just answer the questions. You put your event name. You put your start date, your start date and start time. Put a description in there. You put your privacy settings. If you want to make it private, public, friends, or group, you can do it there. I want to keep it private for now because it's just a test. And then you go down, and then if you need to put your screen key in, which we'll talk about in another video, You gotta make sure you do this part first. I can't go any further until I put in, well, at least I'll put in the name, test. And then you hit next, and your date, we'll just say now, and it's, well, tonight, at 12:26 a.m. And then hit that. Then you can upload a cover photo or a thumbnail, or you can choose an illustration. And then once you do that, create event, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to go back and start over again. So again, go to live video because I want to do a live stream so that way you can see it and we'll do a test. Back to this again. Your name, either you can put it into post that you manage, a group that you manage. I'm going to leave it as it is as a post right now. I want to go live now. Let's scroll this back down and then hit next. All right, so it gives you an option. It says stream setup. So right now we're going to set up a stream. You use a stream key. So say for instance, you're using an outside third-party service like OBS or vMix or Restream or anything like that. You can use this one. I'm going to use the camera right now because I'm showing you how to set up from the camera. So you go camera, and then it says camera controls. So it'll give you the list of cameras that are connected to your computer or to your laptop or wherever you're using. I'm going to go here. This is the capture card that I showed you earlier. It's the HD capture. Click on that, and you see that's me right there. And then you can also do screen share. So say for instance you're going to do a PowerPoint presentation or doing like what I'm doing now, and you can share your screen. I'm not going to do that because I'm actually recording this, so I don't want to double up. So you go next, and then you put in your title. It's optional. You don't have to, but you do. My suggestion is based upon what you're going to be promoting, what you're going to be doing, what you're going to be streaming. You put in a title, say something about it. So just going to put test, and then you can also tag people in it. You can check in. You can say for instance you're doing this somewhere at a location somewhere, and then if you're doing gaming or something like that, you can put gaming, and then it takes you back to whatever that is. But I'm not doing gaming; we're just doing straight recording. Then you hit next. Then it says you can customize your dashboard in Live Producer, and I got it. Okay, again, because I come from a different service, and then it also shares. It says to share groups, your live video will be shared to the groups you have selected. So I didn't select any. I'm not sharing any for right now. If I want to expand it and make it larger, I can. Also, while you're teaching, if you're staying here on the screen, right here, any comments that someone makes on Facebook will show up here, so you can give shout outs back from there. We can go back over our details again. We can go back over to our settings again. Interactivity. Again, you can set it. You can set it certain ways. So I'm not going to go into that right now. And then when you're ready to go live, you can go live. So what I'm going to do is, does it allow me to see something? No. And this is while the stream is going on. It gives you how many people are watching. It gives you how many comments, how many shares, and so forth on that. You can also create, if you look here on the right hand side, you can create polls. And then you can create your polls ahead of time so you're ready to do it. You're welcome to do that, which I think is very, very powerful because that's the interaction of people that are interacting during your broadcast. And then you just hit go live. And it's a 3, 2, 1. Good morning. This is a test. I'm doing a recording to show people how to connect their cameras, their outboard cameras, not your laptop camera, but just a test. And then we, if you want to stop. There we go. There we go. There we go. It takes a second for it to go on, and then when you're done, hi, how y'all doing? And then you just hit end. I'm ending because I don't need to go long. I just wanted to show you how to put it together. So that's the basics of it. And then what happens is it gives you a screen matrix of how fast it was, your bit rate, and all that kind of stuff. But the cool part about it is right here, your insights, very important. So that way, you know what your watch times are, your reactions, and so forth. So that way you can follow up if this video worked. You just add to it. It'll keep going in a vein. You also at the end you can rate your broadcast to let Facebook know what you feel about it, and then you can view your posts. You can go you go ahead and trim your video if you want to go back and say, for instance, you like a lot of times when you don't end right away, or you begin, you go in like I did, and I babble for a couple of seconds. I can trim that off. That then I can create a clip from my video, so I can add one, or I can delete video and return to newsfeed, which I'm going to do because I don't. It's just a test. This is how you get your from your camera to your screen. And I'm going to do YouTube next, so hold on a second, and let's do that now. Okay, we go to YouTube, type in YouTube. Okay, alrighty then. And then if you want to go live, you can see right here it says create, so click on create. Then to go live, if you want to upload a video, you can upload a video here. There's something that's already pre-recorded. Or if you want to go live, click on the go live button. And they all pretty much do the same thing, go the same way. You go into their studio. Again, I use a different way of going in, but it's still the same pretty much. I'm going to use a camera, so this is set up that if you want to use a stream key, and we'll go into that on the next video. But right now, the whole goal is, and it's saying error because I already have something else set up, but I don't want to change the dashboard. I just want to do this. So I'm just going to show you this for simplicity's sake of doing it with the webcam. So you click here. Oh, it's not going to let me. Oh, there we go. And you hit allow. And then you create a title, test. You can schedule for later by clicking on the button. It's set by you. Is it made for kids? No, unless you're doing a kids program. And then you go next. And that's wrong because, oh, I didn't set the camera. So go down here, set the camera. I'm going to use my FaceTime camera again. No. I'm sorry. I'm going to set the FHD. Sorry about that. And that'll change. It'll take a second for it to change. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think I did it wrong. Let me go back out. I apologize because it's conflicting with, let's go back to YouTube. I'll get it right this time. I do apologize, but that's why you practice before you do perfect. So that way you know what happens when you try to do it. But because I'm doing a recording, I'm using two different cameras, and if I don't do the right camera, the software gets confused and did what it just did. So you won't have that problem because you're only using one camera. Again, go back and go live. Again, we're on YouTube. Go live. You see the status bar going across is loading up. Let's change dashboards. Oh, that's why. Because I have something scheduled already. Let me do this. That's what a conflict. I see what it is now. So I'm going to go again. Test 2. We're going to make this private. You keep it public, but I'm making it private. Let's do a private video to upload. To stream it later on. You can do that. You go back to the same procedures as before. Hit next. I'll do it again. Okay. Let me do this. All right. So we did a thumbnail, which you can do it later, change it later, because again, it's conflicting with the setup because I have this other camera. I've got this recording going, so it's conflicting a little bit. But then you just press go live. and then we're live. See the status bar now. We're live. Hey, how you doing? This is the other camera. This is the Vixia RX 800, and that's it. So that's the basics of how you do it. And I'm going to go ahead, even though it's a private stream, I kept the microphone off as well because it didn't matter. I just wanted to show you how to set it up. That's how you do on Facebook and YouTube.
That was the basics of how to set up your camera to get it into your computer, and also how to stream from Facebook and YouTube. And hopefully something's been said or done. Do me a favor, go down below and share and like, and we'll be back next week with a new tutorial on something new on what we can do to stream better. Well, matter of fact, we'll probably go into the software that I use, and why I use the software, philosophy behind why I use the software that I'm using. This is Brian Cochran with Tech Insights. We shall see you next week. God bless. Bye-bye.